We're looking for Lauren McKennedy. We're going to ask her some questions and she's going to give us insight about how nuclear power plants work.
Ah, look. We found it.
We did.
Hello, welcome to my laboratory. Have a seat.
I'm Tiffany Doe, a reporter from the Canadian Stewart Foundation, and I'm here with Detective Cindy and nuclear power plant owner Lauren Morrell.
Hi.
Hello.
So Lauren, what exactly happens in here?
So we use nuclear fission, which is the splitting of one atom into two. To heat water to generate energy for our plant, there are two types of reactors, pressurized and boiling water reactors. In this plant, we use the boiling water reactor. The difference between these two reactors is that in the pressurized water reactor, we use pressure to boil the water to get steam, but in a boiling water reactor, we boil it. So, a boiling water reactor, for this, the water goes through the condenser to the control rods and then goes over to the turbines, and the remaining water goes back into the condenser, and the electricity goes through the generator and powers our electricity.
Interesting. So how much does it cost to maintain having a reactor and just in general, like having a nuclear power plant?
It costs roughly $2 to $4 billion per unit. Since we have a lot of nuclear waste, we put a lot of our resources into properly storing and disposing of our waste.
Oh, how do we get rid of the waste, huh?
We produce 4 levels of waste: high-level waste, exempt waste, low-level waste, and intermediate-level waste. So for exempt waste, you can dispose of it by daily means along with your normal everyday household waste. For the low-level waste, it has to be compacted and incinerated before its disposal. Intermediate-level waste, it has to be stabilized and disposed of at or near the site. And for high-level waste, it's stored in spent fuel pools temporarily before its final disposal, but next it's buried underground in concrete sealed barrels.
Cool. Well, there are lots of residents nearby. Will the waste affect their health and their homes? What are the risks of having a nuclear power plant near civilians?
So the main risk factors of having a plant so close to civilians is of course radiation, along with radioactive waste and also reactor accidents. Radiation, everyone's exposed to daily radiation throughout their lives, but natural radiation isn't as harmful as the radiation we emit from the plant. The radiation has subatomic particles that can penetrate deep inside the human body, where it can cause damage to biological cells. It can cause cancer and can genetically alter or mutate sex cells. The ways radiation can be exposed to citizens, though, are through accidents in transporting radioactive material, accidents in nuclear power plants, and escapes the radioactive waste from containment areas. In reactor accidents, the most likely reason for there to be an accident is failure in the system. We have backup generators for our systems and backup generators for that system and backup generators for that system and so on. Radioactive waste, like we discussed earlier, is mostly need to worry about high-level and low-level waste. For our high-level waste, we bury it deep underground to be converted to rocks after billions of years. Low-level waste emits less radioactivity, so we bury them under shallower soil, typically under 20 feet.
Cool.
Okay, but many are concerned that your nuclear reactions from your nuclear power plant might make a nuclear bomb. So what are your thoughts on that?
We keep a really close eye to everything that happens in our plant. We look at how many neutrons are in one fusion, and we look at the number of neutrons for each fission that could cause another fission. And for delay neutron effect, we look to see which reactor safety devices would have to react to some kind of emergency.
Last question, how much energy does a nuclear power plant produce?
So, this shows the nuclear electricity production. And it shows the periodic increase from 1971 to 2013. Chain reaction. We're lighting one match. One match. So watch it light the rest of the matches. Dana, come closer.
We're heating up bread. It's our lunch.
And yeah.
This is better than any stove, really. It's really saves gas.
Yeah. Just let it burn through.
It's not warm yet, so I mean. Should've made like an egg.
I don't know, that looks cool.
It's really hot. It's smoking coming
Oh,
Wait, no, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
box is on fire!
Pour it! Pour it! Pour the water!